Hey, I'm going to show you how to play Slow Burn. It's super great. I'm tuned down to D on the E. The E string here is tuned down to D, so this is standard tuning. What you want to do is match your E string with your open D string by tuning it down. So I'm going to turn it towards me like that. That sounds pretty good. If you have a chromatic tuner, you can use that instead, but you have to make sure it's a chromatic otherwise, because if you just have a tuner that only tunes to the standard tuning on the guitar, then it doesn't matter how much you turn this around, it'll just keep saying it's E, just flat for an E note. Anywho, drop D tuning, capo, 7th fret. We're going to take a C chord, and we're going to move it up 2 frets. 1, 2. Now that is our D chord. We're going to call it a D chord just because it's easier to call it that than D suspended 4. It's kind of a mouthful. So this is our D chord. We're going to go from there to an A minor 7, which is just like an A minor, but you just take your ring finger off. So now you're just left with these two, coming from the A string down there. And then add your ring finger to make it a C chord. And then the last chord is sort of a G, modified G. And because we have a drop D here, all we have to do is press A string on the 2nd fret. And then that's our G chord. So it goes D, A minor 7, C, to G. I'm going to put my pick down because whoever played this guitar part actually is not using a pick. They're sort of brushing the strings with their fingernails. Sort of a down with the tops of your fingernails and kind of up with your thumbnail. And the way this works is it's entirely just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, but the emphasis comes from sort of which strings you're focusing your strumming on, and there's a little bit of volume emphasis also on a certain count. So if you count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, your emphasis is going to be on the 3 count. Like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you're sort of trying to keep your brushy strumming here, except for that 3 count, you're trying to keep it sort of limited to these sort of first 4 strings here. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and A minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So here's what it sounds in sequence all together. So one thing I just noticed, when you're doing the A minor, it sounds a lot better if you cannot hit the drop D. This is A minor without the drop D. So pretty. With the drop D, I mean, it's okay, it's just not quite as clean sounding as this. So one thing you can do is you can try to avoid hitting that with your right hand, which is really hard, or you can take Mr. Thumb here, who's not really doing a whole lot right now, and just wrap it around. Just barely touch that string. You're not pressing it on the fret, but you're just laying it against it just to mute it. So that'll sit. Now you can strum away without worrying about hearing this note. So let's watch that again. Same thing with the C too. Sounds a little better with it muted. G, we don't have to worry about it because the D is a really big part of that G chord, so it actually sounds better if we hit it. So for D we don't care. A minor we care. C we care. G we don't care. We still don't care for D. Oh, now we care for A minor. Yeah, we still care for C. Now we don't care anymore. G. That's Slow Burn. Have fun.